Hey guys, happy new week. So I'm here to give you a rundown of the things I cooked this weekend. Yeah, it might not be a lot, but it was a hard work considering the fact that it was just me doing the food prep and doing the cooking and feeding my girl and doing lots of things on this weekend. It wasn't really easy, it wasn't funny, precisely on a Sunday. So I started by cooking my soup, which is Ogbono soup. I already added my stockfish, added my catfish fillets, which hubby loves a lot, added seasoning cube, salt, and added my hot water, which makes cooking really easier and faster. So I stirred it to properly combine so it to marinate each other. Mind you, all these proteins that I added, it has been pre-cooked because if I didn't pre-cook it, it will be so strong and it won't cook well until the soup is done. So after a few minutes, I opened to check on it, added my crayfish powder, then added the ogbono, grinded ogbono that I already mixed with palm oil, which I microwaved so that it could dissolve properly. Added it in a pot, close it, came back for it, and then I added my already cooked beef, added another crayfish powder, added salt to taste, added my blended pepper consisting of scotch bonnet and then a little bit of onion, rinse out the remnants from the blender, and then I stir again to combine properly. At this point, it's beginning to give that ogbono vibes, the ogbono texture, the bubbles, and everything is coming together gradually. So after I stirred, I tried to see if it was actually slimy, but you know, some ogbono, they can never be slimy no matter what you do to it, yeah? So if you're not lucky, you buy the bad one, then I don't know, you just might have to eat it like that. But this one, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, like it was in between. It wasn't really that slimy the way I really wanted it, or like the previous ogbono soup that I usually cook. Yeah, but it tried, sha. Let's give it 8 over 10. I mean, you can see it for yourself that it's really coming out very well. So when I was done doing all of that, the combining, I proceeded to add in my shredded vegetable, ugu leaf. For those of us that are Igbo, ugu leaf in our dialect. At this point, feel free to add any leaf of your choice. Some people use bitter leaf, even me sometimes, depending on what hobby wants. I add bitter leaf or oziza leaf. Sometimes you can even add okra. So you see that this ogbono soup is actually very versatile. Like you can use it or you can add any kind of leaf that you want. Sometimes add spinach. For those of us in abroad, when you cannot have all these leaves at your disposal, add spinach and trust me, it will come out wonderful. I've done it before several times and you really don't know the difference. So my ogbono is ready and this is how it looks. Rate me from 1 to 10. What do you think? So proceeded now again adding oil into my pot. So we are going to be making stew. Oh my god, yeah, stew. So I added enough oil. This is vegetable oil. Feel free to add olive oil or any kind of oil that you want. So I went in with some of the beef or goat meat to be precise that I'll be using to make this stew. Yeah, I needed to fry it first. Hobby loves fried, anything fried fish, fried meat, fried beef. Just fry it, fried chicken. Yeah, that is his preference. So after I was done frying the beef, I went into fried some of the chicken that I have at my disposal. Chicken drumstick for that matter. So yeah, when I was done frying it, I scooped it out in a plate. And when all of those things were done, I proceeded to add in my freshly blended tomatoes. Yeah, at this point, if you want to use tin tomatoes for your stew, you want to use fresh tomato, that's nice. So I went in with my onion first of all. I used both red and white onion. Like there's this aroma that it gives. So when I fried it for some time, I went in with the blended tomatoes. So after adding everything, I had to quickly stir properly, combine it so it could mix together thoroughly in order for it to fry properly. So when I was done turning, I covered it, allowed it to fry for a couple of minutes. I came to check on it and this is what we have. I proceeded by adding all my seasoning cube. I added my spices, curry, I added thyme, I added the crayfish, I added meat stock. hubby loves crayfish in his stew. Not get anything where you want to talk where you know add more. It's very important to him. There's this particular taste that he loves when it comes to stew, especially when you add crayfish. So I added salt to taste. I had to cover it up again so that all of these things would combine, marinate. Look at that stew, guys. And then I added the fried goat meat from earlier. Guys, don't worry, use as much as oil as possible to fry your stew because oil needs stew to cook. Thank you for watching. Bye.